I've always wanted financial freedom. I mean, who doesn't, right? The idea of being free from the typical 9-to-5 job, of having the flexibility to live life on my own terms was incredibly appealing. I had already read books about entrepreneurship like Rich Dad Poor Dad, The 4-Hour Workweek, and classics like As a Man Thinketh. The cubicle was not for me. After all, I knew that W-2 employees were in the worst possible tax bracket, that the company treated me like a number, and when I put in extra effort, they thanked me with a pizza party instead of a raise. Yeah, plus those state and federal taxes made my paycheck look like peanuts. Oh, and it didn't help that every few years inflation took a nice bite from what little nest egg I had saved, right out of my retirement accounts. Well, I sought to change that. And I succeeded. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how I went from a struggling real estate investor to a lead generation digital landlord. Sound good? I'll also give you the opportunity to work with me one-on-one. Let me tell you about me. My name is Randall, and I'm a digital landlord. I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I now earn consistent and predictable income from renting digital real estate to local businesses. I like to think of myself as a regular guy from Chicago. But being mediocre in some respects is far from my personality. I'm always looking for opportunities. When I learn them, I take action. So let me bring you up to speed. Initially, in my mid-20s, real estate investing seemed like the answer. I mean, we're dealing with bricks and mortar here, tangible assets. The barrier of entry was relatively low, it just made sense. Now, if you study successful people, the great majority of them made their wealth in real estate in some fashion, and I liked the advantages of leverage, appreciation, and tax benefits that came with ownership. So that's what I did. I bought a few courses online, sought out mentors, and jumped right in. My first investment was a small rental property. It wasn't much, but it was a start. I remember the excitement of signing the papers and getting the keys. A duplex. I was excited. 2 units meant double the income potential. I envisioned a steady stream of rent checks and a growing portfolio. This was my ticket to the big leagues. I imagined myself becoming a real estate mogul, expanding my empire one property at a time, or so I thought. Learning the ropes was tough. And real estate was not without its ups and downs, tenants, toilets, and termites. The reality of property management hit hard. It wasn't as glamorous as I had imagined. Mistakes were made, lessons were learned. I had to deal with late-night repair calls, difficult tenants, and unexpected expenses. And the gurus never told me I'd be spending $5,000 to $10,000 a month of my hard-earned profits just to get the phone to ring. On top of that, there were a lot of hands in the pot. Real estate agents, hard money lenders, sellers, buyers, title companies, and attorneys. It was a lot to juggle, and profits seemed to always slim down by the time I made it to the closing table. That is, if we made it to the closing table at all. These deals seemed to fall apart because someone would always drop the ball. I felt like I had to babysit all parties involved. Was this what I really signed up for? Well, I guess that's the price of admission. But I persevered. I didn't let it break me. Each challenge was a learning opportunity. I became more resilient and resourceful. Each success fueled my ambition. I was hooked. The sense of accomplishment was addictive. I knew I was on the right path, and there was no turning back. I learned to navigate the complexities of real estate, from financing to maintenance to tenant relations. Soon, I had a complete company CRM system to manage my deals, a VA to make my calls, and closing coordinator. It was a full-fledged business. I got better at deal negotiation. I found contractors I could actually trust. Slowly, I built my network. I felt like I could now venture into other businesses. I wanted to add multiple streams of income, and that's exactly what I did. As time passed, traditional real estate was slowing down. It was capital intensive. I felt limited. Market cycles were changing, and interest rates were rising. The pool of motivated sellers was getting smaller and smaller. I knew other investors either had a day job, became realtors, or had a side hustle. You know, the get-rich-quick things like crypto or the latest multi-level marketing program, all of which all seemed like room for more gurus, bad actors, or worse, outright scam artists. I saw the writing on the wall and knew I had to add another income stream to stay afloat. The internet was booming. People were searching for information online, including real estate. I knew people were searching online for property values, but wasn't sure how to build on that need or market gap. I taught myself basic coding. I spent hours researching. That meant going to YouTube University to find new side hustles I hadn't thought of, reading free make money online ebooks and watching webinar after webinar pitching me everything from Amazon FBA, e-commerce stores, more real estate investing, and even dropshipping, all of which required significant capital to get started. I knew I could create something special, something that solves a problem, something that can be shortened and automated, something to disrupt the industry. My first project was an investor home analysis and deal evaluation website. I hired a developer and showed him my process for analyzing deals. I had a spreadsheet and basically said, make this do this. A few weeks later, I had a prototype. It provided instant property valuations, a valuable tool for buyers and sellers. Traffic grew steadily. People loved the convenience. No more scraping the web for home values. No more agents to get me sales data. I quickly realized this website was valuable. It was an asset. Just like my rental properties, it was bringing me steady, predictable monthly cash flow. But it was completely digital. I had stumbled upon a new world. That is when it hit me. I found a different opportunity that was sitting right under my nose for years. Remember, I had already been building websites and ranking them for my own businesses. So why don't I just do that for other local businesses nationwide? But instead of focusing on brick-and-mortar businesses like dentists, insurance agents, or lawyers, I focused on service-based businesses. I had stumbled into the world of digital real estate, and it was full of possibilities. I knew I had a lot of work to do, testing and implementing a new business model. I built more websites in different niches. Each one targeted a specific niche. I'd spend hours researching keyword volumes and city populations. Each new website was like a new door opening to a different world, a different opportunity. I built websites for landscapers, pest control services, plumbers, AC repair technicians. The model started to get more clarity, and I figured that instead of building websites just to make a quick dollar and chase the next deal, I could keep the website in my digital portfolio and sell the leads it produces. That would keep me getting paid over and over, month after month. I knew businesses needed a steady flow of leads to survive and thrive, so I came up with a simple, repeatable process. So here's the model. You pick a city, complete the keyword research and check the competitors, buy a branded domain, and build out a 3 to 5 page website. Rank it fast with some basic SEO techniques. Then prospect for lead buyers in that same market, offer them a free trial, and once you got them hooked, close the deal. Basically, this process can be summed up as build, rank, rent, and repeat. My income grew, but more importantly, so did my freedom, which was what I was missing before I started this journey. No more late-night calls from tenants. I could spend more time with my family, enjoy peaceful nights, and focus on what truly mattered to me. No more property taxes. No more maintenance headaches. I built each site with the sole intention of selling the leads. And later I came to the realization I could simply rent out the websites for monthly cash flow on a flat fee to these business owners, instead of going back and forth on lead disputes. Later, I had my attorney put together an ironclad lead generation agreement, which spelled out exactly what my responsibilities are and as well as those of the lead buyer. It also made my agency look more professional and answered simple questions the lead buyers always seem to have. One day, I received an offer. A competitor wanted to buy one of my websites for a significant sum. It was an unexpected but welcome surprise. I realized I had created a valuable business, a business that others saw worth in. It was a turning point. Finally, a business that could be scaled, a business that could run on autopilot. The similarities to traditional real estate were uncanny. I could build and sell. I could build and rent or even wholesale sites to other agencies. But instead of spending tens of thousands and having all that risk, I was spending a few $100s per website and only risking my time and effort. In fact, I run my entire agency for less than $750 a month and at a 90% profit margin. Each new digital asset is a raise for me. I was a digital landlord, and the possibilities were endless. So how did I get into coaching this business to others? I sold some websites for quick cash and kept others for passive income. This business model changed my life for the better, the culmination of countless hours of hard work, dedication, and sleepless nights. It felt surreal, almost like a dream. But this was real, and it was happening to me. But it wasn't about the money. It was about validation, the feeling that all my efforts had finally paid off, that I had created something of value, something that others saw worth in. It was a testament to my vision and perseverance. I had cracked the code. I had found a way to achieve financial freedom, a way to break free from the traditional 9-to-5 grind. It was liberating, empowering, and exhilarating all at once. And it all started with a simple idea, an idea that grew and evolved over time, an idea that I nurtured and developed into a thriving digital asset. After selling the website, I continued to build a portfolio of website rentals both in my country and abroad. Knowing I could operate this business from anywhere in the world gave me peace of mind. Now I teach others how to do the same. I share my knowledge, my experiences, and my strategies. I help them navigate the digital landscape and build their own successful ventures, to build their own digital empires, to become financially free, to take control of their futures and create the lives they've always dreamed of. I know what I offer is valuable and unique. Learning this business model on your own would take years, as it did for me, and there is no one course that combines due diligence, website building, and not to mention ranking the websites with specific and time-tested SEO techniques. They are all missing a part of the puzzle, and I can show you how to do this business model right the first time. The opportunity is out there. It's waiting for those who are willing to seize it, for those who are ready to put in the work and make their dreams a reality. The internet is your playground. Seize it, learn, adapt, and never stop building. The possibilities are endless. There are over 2,500 cities and 2,500 niches in the US alone, bringing in over 6 million opportunities. I could do this every day from now till the ripe age of 100 and never hit 1% of that number. So we have a blue ocean opportunity here. I don't have a course. I know I could sell one and make a ton of money knowing that most people won't implement the steps. And although that's not on me, I'd rather keep my hands clean. Instead, I offer one-on-one coaching to ensure my students' success. So won't you join me? It's time you discover the digital landlord lifestyle.